Hello everybody, this is vinnieart Mella. I'm the creator of City of Venus, co-creator of Through the Woods, co-creator of The Ghostly Manor on Howling Hill. And this is my, I guess my second master class on drawing anatomy, human proportions, that kind of thing. My first video was on the female hips and butt area, since I had a lot of people asking about that. Today I thought I'd kind of break down the muscles in the arm. So, yeah, I did a quick drawing here just to kind of show people what we're talking about. And I'm going to actually, you know what, I think I'll color this to kind of explain it as well. So we'll start with the shoulder. So the shoulder is in three parts. Let me pick another color. So this is what we're talking about. So these muscles, they all come into like this point. They come into this area where we hit yet another muscle. So we'll pick purple. So it goes into a point, and then we have this little muscle in between the tricep and the bicep, which then usually it comes down to another muscle in this area that goes into the forearm. Now this piece kind of wraps around like the bone structure. So let me get to the tricep area. So we'll do that in red. And the triceps as well, they're in different parts, but oops, hit the wrong color. So this whole area, like a third of the arm is pretty much the tricep. Now the tricep goes into like a horseshoe type pattern or a diamond type pattern. If anyone who works out, you kind of know that you want to get like that, a nice definition in there. But essentially, and this kind of comes into or towards the elbow. So we're talking about this kind of structure. And then obviously in the front, we're going to have the bicep, which is a longer muscle. But yeah, it's kind of like in this shape or pattern. Let me grab another color. So and the muscles in the forearm, again, they're kind of in sections as well, and they spiral out from that one point. Just to make it clear, I mean, because this is the tricky thing with doing the arm, I would say, is like the little muscles and stuff in the forearm. So basically, you also got to remember that the elbow is always like that bone from underneath sticking out. So it's in there, and then it goes into and towards the wrist. So then you're gonna have muscle in the front and in the back, right? And from the different angles, you're gonna have you'll see how the muscles work, but essentially it's this kind of shape and this kind of pattern. So let me make a new layer. I'll draw another view for you guys. So basically, if we're gonna do, like, we'll say the side. It's better if I make this to a point. Sorry guys, again, I'm kind of new at doing this and showing everyone kind of my process. So now what we're going to do is we'll break down this view from the front. We're close to it, almost 3/4. So the bicep, the tricep, the little muscle in between. Let me erase this a bit. And then we go into that forearm area. I'm just cleaning this up real quick. again, these drawing streams are supposed to be kind of short. I'm not going to go really long in depth with them. I might later on when it comes to actually painting and that kind of thing, but I wanted to give a little bit more of just the process of how I work and breaking it down for people. And of course my Photoshop doesn't want to cooperate with me that much right now, but we want to try to fix that. So here's that muscle, that purple one over here I was talking about. And then how it wraps around. So, and those other little muscles that kind of come out from this area here. So the shape, muscles and different parts of the anatomy and stuff like that, you could always break them down to kind of simple shapes. But again, this I guess is somebody who's in who's in good shape, but we're just not going gigantic superhero shape yet. So basically, and then it goes down into the wrist area, and then we're gonna get the hand obviously and all that. So I just kind of angled it a little bit, and so I'll break this down from different views, just ever so slightly. Again, just clean it up real quick because my Photoshop, for some reason, screwed up the point on my damn pen. I don't know why. I don't know what's going on here, but it happens from time to time. But whatever. These videos are very raw anyway. I just I hit record and I just go with it. But yeah, you got to remember that I'll paint it in. So yeah, this is that muscle I was talking about. Just a little bit. Get the little one in there as well. Bicep. Here's the interesting thing about the bicep. It goes kind of, there's depth to it, there's a certain shape. So this front part is kind of flat, and then you'll have like the side part of it. People like to refer to like the chain link method on how to do this. I'll show you in a second. Let me just again show you how the muscles are. How they essentially go in there. I think you guys are getting the quick gist of it. Tricep. And whatnot. So yeah, I hope this helps a bit. And then yeah, obviously there is more muscle from the inside. Maybe I should have done that another color. But we'll keep it in the same ballpark. So yeah, you do have another muscle from on the inside of the arm. Again, study anatomy, study your own. You know, find reference. It'll help a lot. You know, do some drawing classes. There's a few available all over the place. But here's the other thing too. Oh wait, I was going to show you. Yeah, so that, you know, they kind of, again, let me change this up. So if we're talking about like that chain link method, you know, from the front, like the bicep is this thin area, Then you get into the forearm area, and then obviously the hand, thumb. You're gonna have a piece of the tricep back there. You know, get to the shoulder. You know, and then we get into other parts of the body as well. But you know, it kind of looks like, again, like a chain link. You know, or whatnot. That's just thinking about shapes and that kind of thing, but I don't really think it's that necessary to kind of demonstrate that. But I would, again, if you're gonna look at like proper anatomy and stuff, this is kind of the way that I do it, or the way that I view things. Like, and if you take it off the colors, basically you could even kind of get more patterns and shape. Play with shadows. It's usually a good way of doing like different studies of anatomy. Is like get a flashlight or something and like basically, hold on a sec. I got the wrong thing open again. There we go. So if you're gonna have the light source coming from here, obviously you look at the planes of the muscles and what would happen, and then all in here would be shadowing. Again, that little muscle. Through your really dark areas. People like Mike Mignola, he's really good at breaking down really thick black areas. Like he'll really just go in solid all over the place. But that's kind of, you know, the breakdown of it. Obviously, especially with that shape in here, it's going to cast a lot of shadow. Those three muscles of the shoulder. Sometimes people even take it down further, you know. But again, and I'll show you a little bit more with gray tone. So, like I said, that front part of the bicep is going to have light. So, hold on, make it a little clearer. So you're going to have some depth to the arm itself. If I were to take white and show you like the spots that are basically get hit with light, it's something along these lines. You get a little bit in here, a little bit on the top of the tricep. We get a little in there, a little here. You know. Again, this is just supposed to be like a quick little demonstration, just to get your eyes and your brain a little bit more into that mode, to see how you break it down. You could obviously play with, you know, gray tones as well. Depends what you're really looking for, but that's more or less kind of how I do it. I'll show you something really quick too. So most people, they kind of get confused on, or they're not sure how it works. Basically, the chest, you'll have the collarbone in here too, but the chest kind of spirals out from that meeting of the shoulder and the bicep. So if you really study bodybuilders, like it'll almost look like their shoulders like continue, but it's not. It goes into the chest area, and it's usually in like 3 parts. So you'll have like the top area, which is like this kind of area, the middle, and then the bottom. Usually like the nipple goes around that side, and then you have depth to it. So I'm doing it with gray tones and just kind of giving you a rough breakdown. That's kind of how it goes. You know, more or less. Sorry, I got sloppy in here. But again, it depends on like how big you want your characters, what angle they're at, and all that kind of thing. Again, this is just really quick. You'll have the rib cage, which then goes into the oblique area. You'll have a piece of the back or the wing in here. And then it goes into like the hips as well. The bottom of the rib cage, going into the abs. Like everything is kind of connected. Again, I'm going really sloppy, really loose, just to kind of give you guys a quick idea of how it works. So the side muscles and the obliques, all that stuff. It all kind of connects. It all connects. Again, I'm just going down, going into the traps, and then you get into the neck and all that crap. But you know, and you could just kind of do it in like a cylinder type shape. Again, the body is made up of just a bunch of shapes all over the place. So kind of study from life, all that kind of thing. I know I zone out a little bit while I'm working, but that's just kind of how I am. But I think you get the gist of it. So, of course, it just shot out really thick, but what do you want? So, again, study anatomy, study bodybuilders too. I don't know, some of them juice too much and they're like freakishly big, but or dancers. Dancers are really good to study, and they're wiry, and you kind of get more of I think a better idea of like anatomy and how the muscles connect, and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I don't know why Photoshop is doing that today. But yeah, so just remember, it's in kind of 3 parts. This guy really overworked out his chest, but get into the other side, the body, the shoulder, all that kind of stuff. Remember, think of the rib cage, abs, center line of the body, go all the way down. Get the other side here. Yeah, so here's kind of just like the way I do it. Again, I'll do other master classes and break down other parts of the body, or maybe perspective. I don't know. We'll play with a bunch of different stuff. Of course, I get that arrow stuck in there. Let me get that out of here. But yeah, and the neck and the jugular area and all that stuff. Like I said, everything connects. Everything connects in the body. And usually in here, it's a bit of shadowing and that kind of thing, because of the way that the tricep, the muscle, actually is. But yeah, so I hope this helps everybody. Again, take a look at my my Twitter, vinnieart on Twitter. That's most of my social media. I got campaigns running. You can check out the links are also on there. I have Through the Woods, which is like a ghost story. That's live right now. City of Venus, that's my futuristic story with a lot of hot babes if you're into that. All the books are completed, so they ship immediately. So there's no worries on waiting. other than the postman. But yeah, so please check that out. So subscribe, ring the bell. If you want to see other kind of well, anything in particular while I'm doing these kind of master classes, just let me know. Write in the comments, share, you know, ring the bell, do all that stuff you got to do. That's how YouTube works. But yeah, thank you everybody. Tune in next time. Also keep an eye out because I'm probably going to be doing a couple more live streams. I'm going to showcase some other creators and their projects, and it'll be a fun time. So until then, thank you guys and girls, and anyone else who's watching. Thank you again. And yeah, remember to kick ass while you draw, but be kind to one another. Take care and be safe.